Hey everybody, Tom and Tim here with the Spencer Messiah 2025. Looking forward to our concert on Sunday, December 7th at 7 p.m. at Sacred Heart in Spencer. So Tim, we're getting close to, or we're getting closer to the holiday season, as it were. And so everybody's busy
Yeah.
and getting this and that. But why should I spend Sunday night at December 7th and come to the Messiah?
Well,
It's going to be kind of a longer concert, right?
of course it is.
And
Yes.
now to caution people, we are not doing the whole complete Messiah. That would be like, what is it, 3 hours and something?
It is about 3 hours. Yeah.
We are doing selections from Messiah. It's kind of like the greatest hits.
Yeah, it is. And the reason to come to this is well, number one, it's right here in our community.
There you go.
And what a great opportunity to hear a great piece of music and experience that with an orchestra. And have it be right here in our community.
Do not always hear that with an orchestra. It's usually done with piano, yeah.
Absolutely. So you have a lot of great things going on here, and this tradition has been a wonderful tradition over the years, Tom. So that's one of the reasons. But another reason, it kind of, and it is kind of that first Sunday of Advent, really. We're just getting into Advent. Messiah was written as an Easter piece. But really, it kind of covers the whole idea of the prophecy and the birth and then the crucifixion. And that's really, as Christians, that is a story that our faith is built on, and that we celebrate every year. And so this is kind of encapsulating that whole Christian faith thing that we share. And so in an hour and a half or 2 hour concert, you're gonna get flavors of all those seasons and see how they tie together.
And again, you have the choruses. There's some places where the orchestra just plays. There are many soloists, and again,
and recitatives. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this oratorio. Generally speaking, the soloist will stand up and do this little musical thing, fairly open. It's just their voice, and maybe every once in a while the orchestra will bum bum or something.
Right. Yeah.
And then right after that, and I guess that would be called a recitative, kind of.
Yeah, the recitative is more of a declaration. It's kind of we want to tell you what this is all about.
So yeah, like when you hear this, that's how Handel actually wrote it, because then the soloist general and the orchestra will join together into this big piece of whatever it is, and so when you hear that recitative, don't think like, well, that's kind of an interesting way to do a song. Well, it's kind of the preparation for the bigger thing coming.
Yeah, and it's almost like a narration.
It is, yeah.
And so you get this recitative, and it really tells us where we're at.
There you go.
And so then usually connected with that, and most often connected with that, is an aria.
There you go.
Then also demonstrates the abilities of the soloist, but also celebrates what we've just talked about in the recitative, and talks about that element of where we're at in this story.
Yeah, and maybe not to belabor the point, but you brought up the soloists, and maybe we want to share with them who our soloists are.
Oh, sure. Well, we're really fortunate to have this group of soloists this year. I'm just excited to have them all perform for us. On the soprano arias and recitatives is Joan Enockson. Joan is a good friend who is from Lorenz, Iowa. I had the opportunity to teach with Joan, and also we have a little jazz group that we perform together up around the lakes during the summer. So Joan has just a wonderful voice, and I'm looking forward to hearing her on the Handel.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, I mean, Joan's so busy doing a lot of stuff. I'm fairly certain she's sung with us before and other things, but sometimes she's so busy we can't even get Joan in. So we're lucky we got her this year.
Yeah, really feeling fortunate to have her here. She's a published author, and so she does a bunch of things. But really glad that she agreed to do this for us this year. In the alto, for our alto soloist is Bailey DeBolt, or Bailey Fizz. And Bailey is a new choir director here at Spencer High School.
Yep.
And I've gotten to know both Joan and Bailey through our Many Voices, because both of them sang with us at one time or another. And fantastic voices and fantastic musician. Bailey is just a joy. A wonderful voice, very talented musician, and it's kind of fun to have her be one of the soloists this year, as also connected with being in her first year of teaching at the high school. I think her students will be excited to see and hear her.
And the communication I've had with Bailey is that I think she's looking forward to. And again, at the heart of being a music educator is we're musicians. And I think as an educator, it's kind of like if we don't do some music, we just don't feel right. So I mean, I think she's looking forward to this. She enjoys being an educator, but I think she's looking forward to the fact that she gets to sit down and just be a musician for a while.
Yeah, I think I've always felt as a music educator that there were two sides. There was one side where I could just go ahead and perform something and be excited about that, as I always was about music.
Right.
But the other side of it is coaxing others and encouraging others and training others to be able to experience that too. And so it kind of takes her out of that coaching and training element and puts her into the performance element, which I think is exciting for her, but also I think exciting for her students.
Definitely.
Continuing then, our tenor soloist is another music educator.
Very good.
And from the area, Luke Miller, who's the choir director at Spirit Lake High School. Excited to have Luke come in and be our tenor soloist. Fine voice and a great musician. And so that's going to be just fun to work with Luke here. And our bass soloist is Travis Balt. And he is from over west of us. I have to think. Is it MOC?
Yes.
Floyd Valley?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. And I haven't had an opportunity to work with Travis, but I know he's fantastic. He came with high recommendation to be our bass soloist. So we've just got a great collection of vocal soloists on this concert.
Yeah. So come for the choirs, come for the soloists, the orchestra. It's going to be a great evening of music. And I think you'll really enjoy it. So
absolutely.
So yeah, consider that. Put it into your plans. Sunday, December 7th, Selections of Messiah at Spencer Sacred Heart. We hope to see you all there.